Good morning, my wonderful friends, and hello. Welcome to Round the Bases. I have a litany of wonderful people here with me today, and let me see if their audio is working first before I introduce them. Everyone say, hell yeah. Okay. Now say it again.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
There you are. Oh, chat, can I have confirmation that you've heard? Because now I'm going to walk through and introduce my wonderful, wonderful co-hosts. Co-host. It's the morning. We're doing a morning episode today because there was a holiday that none of us gave a shit about. But here we are. First off, Timewarp.
Hello, I am Timewarp, he, him, fan of the Brooklyn Scooter Dodgers in the Greater League, and piloting the Newton figures over in the Liberty League.
Camilla.
Hi, I'm Camilla Rose Alexander. I am the manager of the Wallingford Multiple Anteaters in the Precision League for the St. Louis Archers.
Emma.
Go Bugs. And also the Burbank Money Crabs were beautifully mid this season. I'm Emma, any pronouns.
and me am Riley Hopkins. I use any pronouns as well, and I am a fan of the Chicago Sears, and I manage the Davenport River Bandits. I was able to finally get Bandits added to the name, and so now we are no longer the River Thieves. The Bandits are here. Oh, what a fucking season, huh? First off, congratulations to the Bugs, 2-time champs. We all need to make a solemn swear right now to not start a anti-Baltimore sentiment. It cannot happen again. We have
Please,
to
I
be
can't
better.
handle it.
We have
It's
to
a
be
game.
better.
Let us have this. The Orioles are so bad this year. Let me have
In
this.
this house, we love and respect Baltimore.
Please
No
let
matter
me
how
have
many times
this.
they win.
Baltimore has nothing else but that.
We have nothing else but this. Don't look at the Orioles.
Listen, last month I stayed in New York City or the nearby area for like a month. And the entire time I was like, damn, I actually kind of wish I was in Baltimore. That would be a lot better.
Let's go.
So
Baltimore superiority.
This season had several major things happen in it. There was a lot of little updates. Luck is a real stat now. And the league has kind of flipped on its head. Teams that were good are bad. Teams that are bad are good. And teams that are from Baltimore continue to win. To recap as a general idea here, just in case you're new to the scene, let's say. Right now, the division leagues, you'll notice the top 2 teams in each league, Dallas Instruments aren't there. The previously undefeatable Instruments are now 4th in the Pineapple Division under the Phantasm and Scooter Dodgers, which seems like it should have never been able to happen. Timewarp, as our Scooter Dodger, hey, what happened over there?
What happened? It's a little thing called fraud. The Scooter Dodgers, you might notice, have a -9 run differential. Last time I checked. Yep.
Awesome.
What happened was we got one competent pitcher from my team last season. Shoutouts to Savannah Gabriel, and every other pitcher is kind of a disaster with a losing win-loss record, except for Savannah Gabriel, who's holding down the fort. And so, with an offense that can't really do that much, and a pitching staff that also can't really do that much, we frauded our way through some lucky breaks in close games into 3rd in the league, and somehow wandered our way into the Greater League. Yeah.
So is it truly just on the back of one pitcher here? Because
it's not just on the back of one pitcher. We had some of our offense have genuinely improved. Sheila Santana got a ton of boosts in the Superstar game.
God damn. 0.96 ops.
And yeah. Sheila Santana turned into a monster. I think because of the rebalances, our offense started being productive where it completely wasn't before.
Yeah, y'all have nobody under 0.7. You have no one under 0.72.
Yep.
Which is crazy. Is it just but when you hit the ball, it's utterly average. If you can hit the ball, it's like that 2.6. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. it's a swingy team that gets by on just eking out a win when the pitchers aren't doing their jobs. But if you scroll down to the pitchers, then yeah, you'll see that Salvador Dixon and Savannah Gabriel, only 2 pitchers on the team with a positive win-loss for the season.
How did you win? How did you make it so far?
What it is we managed to get to Savannah Gabriel somehow, despite there being 5 starting pitchers, played in every series, so was able to hold it down. I mean, it's the playoffs. Like, anything can happen in the playoffs.
I'm pulling up the new Free Cashews win-loss ratio looking motherfucker here. Let me just bring that on screen. This is such a fascinating line to look at, and I need to figure out how to scroll down to run differential right now because people need to see this. Levy, you're gonna see something happen live here on screen. Because y'all need to see whatever the fuck this is. This is not. How did you ever outscore another team? This isn't legal.
Well, it's a blowout effect, you know?
Yep.
I guess that's fair, but that's a hell of a constant blowout. You gotta talk.
That's a really funny chart, boss.
Holy shit.
Look, it wouldn't be baseball if we didn't have the opportunity for complete fraudulent behavior. And, you know,
That's part of why
I'm
we're
just
here.
happy to be playing.
Yeah, it's great when my team's fraudulent. It's bad when the other team is fraudulent. Speaking of...
No, I'm always proud of a fraudulent team. I respect the hustle.
Speaking of teams that are they fraudulent, are they not? Emma, I'm slowly turning to you, and I'm kind of walking in your direction here. And I'm bringing to you the Baltimore Lady Beetles. So looking at them right now, I can see that first off, you don't have any pitchers over 5 ERA, which my sources tell me is good, but a lot of teams can't claim. It seems like it's just a good pitching staff, and then motherfuckers who can hit the ball. Which I guess when you say it like that, that's just all you want in baseball.
That's true. So to be fair, there's not too many motherfuckers who can hit the ball. It's just that some of the motherfuckers who can hit the ball real good.
Hit him like nobody's business. Is that, let's see here, ops being Jared Kearney seems like he goes crazy. That is the designated
Jared Kearney goes nuts.
Oh, and Jared Kearney is in the leadoff spot, so that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Good.
So we love a really strong leadoff hitter.
God,
it helps.
It helps. You don't say.
It boosts morale.
Everyone comes in feeling great. He likes handball and karaoke. He's got a selfless T-shirt of patience, and he's got gloves of the cat. It's honestly going great, going fucking great here. Hello, what's everyone's favorite inning, and why is it the 8th inning of Game 5? Yeah, we've got.
Glum, I would love to let you know that I've been in a sinus headache near coma for the last 24 hours. So I just found out the bugs won.
We told
2
Emma
minutes before we went live.
We told Emma before the stream started, and he was like, "Oh hell yeah!" And here's the thing:
Go Bugs.
I'll need to dramatically kind of raise this chart up. This is the win-loss for the Bugs here, just to kind of show the run they went on. You'll see the green, and then it kind of goes off screen, and then it kind of goes off screen, and then it kind of goes off screen.
Let's go Bugs.
The Bugs are very good. And here's the thing. We have to know in our hearts that this is not repeatable. This is not something that they'll just be able to dial up and make happen.
Maybe in your heart you believe that.
I'm on the phone with Danny right now. If I see the words "tame the bugs," I will hurt somebody physically in real life. I can't
let
do
the
this
bugs
again.
be.
I can't do this
Please
again.
let Baltimore be.
Speaking of really quickly, I had started to talk about the Greater League, and I also want to talk about the Greater League Clover division here before we get into the number 2 team, the Archers. The Merfolk went crazy this year as well. Like Chicago played like
Yeah.
absolute horseshit,
Yep.
just absolute dog shit, horseshit, fucking terrible. Feels bad to be a fan of Chicago. Which let me just feels bad to be a fan of Chicago. We completely turned it around on day 107, which was great. There was a while when I was just staring at everything and going, "Oh, we're bad. We're just bad. We're at the bottom of the league. This is fucking terrible." And then we climbed our way back up. I don't know how. I think around these days are when some updates happened right here dead center. But the thing that like drives me crazy is the Merfolk, a team that nobody knows, that that has not one fan, is above us. Between
Oh,
us,
hang on. Let's not claim false valor here. The Archers still have the fewest number of fans.
is that true? The Archers
It is
have been in
true.
the playoffs every year.
True. Yep. We only have 69 teams in our
Nice.
minor league. Nice.
That's insane. Hey, for absolutely what it's worth, though, the
You
guy
can't have any
making the
more fans,
game
I think.
is an Archers fan.
I know I'm on the right team.
Unfortunately, with exactly 69 teams, I think you're not allowed to actually have any more.
Oh
or
yeah, no,
less.
nobody can
So-
drop out
Yeah,
either.
that's true,
I think
actually.
Danny is programming in, how inactive teams are not going to be playing next season.
Yeah,
I think that he's not coding that for the Archers.
it's
I've actually got him on Discord right now. He's telling me that, and he's telling me that he's actually altering the code to make my team win.
oh, that's good.
Oh,
I'm
which
surprised
is really
he's
kind
doing
of
that for
him.
his team.
Congrats.
And my
The
PayPal
Baltimore
just went through.
strategy.
The PayPal just went through. Yeah, you can support Danny directly on Patreon, or if you have his Venmo, you can just ship him money with the name of a player, and he'll push a buff an update that will knock that player to the fucking ground. Oh,
Oh, I need to kill Yolo Jefferson with that.
it's so right now. Death obviously hasn't come for the MMOLB. The durability continues to go down. We're watching durability drop on all these players, and that is a shoe that will drop eventually, but hasn't yet. I know that there is stuff that is cooking for next season, which starts tomorrow. We're just back in actual consistent baseball, like online
love it.
baseball,
Love
which
to see it.
feels fantastic. But
Feels
I know
good.
this season for the proclamations, we've got a lot of fucking arena-based stuff. Stadiums are back.
Stadiums
Yes.
are back.
Stadiums are back, baby.
Stadiums are back.
MOONSHOT do what
Parentheses,
Blaze don't.
potentially.
What are y'all looking at for your proclamations? What do you feel in your heart? I tried to pull it up, but I already voted, so I can't.
I want loud.
Yeah.
I want loud.
I
In
also
my heart,
want cheer.
I want cheers because it's the thing that we truly like. I know. I feel like we didn't see that in Blaseball, and I want MMOLB to be different. So that's where my heart lies.
I hear you. I feel you. I respect you all. For me, I know that I'm looking at dimensions, and I know that's probably a bad idea because in my head I'm like, I'll make it easier for my team to hit home runs, and that's not gonna affect the other motherfuckers in the field. But I'm also like, there's part of me that's like, Weather Machine is kind of boring now.
It could be incredible in a couple seasons.
Exactly.
That's true.
And like, imagine a world in which you can have stars weather in your park. You know what I mean? The falling stars weather. Like you're just you get that in a way that other people don't. I just think there's something there in a real way, and so I
love the thought of being able to control the weather. However, I think I like the random element that comes with not being able to.
That's fair. I can see that. it's what do you think crowds will do, like in your heart? Because I know
Got no idea.
I have asked Danny for a boo button that does nothing. Either does nothing, has a 1% chance of reducing pitcher stamina by like 1. I just want to be able to smash that fucking button and get that guy off the fucking mound.
I think it could be stuff like that. I think it could be the crowd reacting and it throwing off stats for different players, or like it interacts with the stats somehow. I think it'll interact with performance or with dazzling if people are cheering.
Yeah.
Be sick.
But I also am hoping it lets us create a team chant for our teams, because I'm so ready. B-U-R, take them to the bank, Burbank.
Timewarp.
The thing I'm really hoping for is if anyone has seen that video of a guy parachuting a hot dog from the way up high stands onto the field, I'm hoping that the fans will start doing that. I hope the fans are just as uncontrollable as the players.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll fuck up plays. I'm hoping it'll cause errors, like when an asshole Yankees fan leans over to try to catch a ball that would have been caught. And just absolutely fucks the play.
That shit's still so crazy.
It's always a Yankee.
Charging the mound.
It's always a Yankee.
That is one thing that I still want, and the idea of stadiums does get us closer to that, is like a fold out bench clearing brawls.
I do want that.
I want motherfuckers out there throwing hands.
I'm not I want, lightning to randomly kill players type of MMOLB fan, but I am like, Danny, please please let my players storm the mound.
And whatever happens.
If 2 people get beaten in a row, the next motherfucker gets hits the pitcher. Like, it's gotta happen. Oh, let's pull. Yes.
Sorry, I was going to say that one of my pitchers has 22 hit batters this season, and she should probably see some sort of justice for that.
Girl.
That's actually a great segue. I do want to talk about our lesser league teams here and kind of see how we were doing on the lower side. And so, Camilla, I will actually open up with you. How are those anteaters going today? Like, how have they fared over this season?
We didn't have a fantastic season. We did manage to kind of pull it back in the last couple of days, and we ended up coming in eighth to last. We came in 62nd.
Hold on. That's different.
Yeah, we were down. We had a 12-game run differential, 12-game win differential, which I think is stupid because we were only down 6 games from being even, but that's not how that's calculated. We were quite frankly abysmal in the run differential side. We were down 90. Final record of 54 to 66.
My God.
The problem is our pitching. Same as last season, except it got worse. We were actually doing fine for the first day or two, and then for the second time on this broadcast, I have to say, and then Danny pushed an update.
Yep.
And then he pushed another update and made us even worse. And then he upped pitching to catch up with batting or something, or the other way around, and we got
there were a number of updates that did a number of things, but it was mostly getting most of the effects were that offense was boosted for a while and then kind of collapsed and then went on ridiculous runs, and I think he's happy with it now. I think we're probably going to see a few more changes in the near future, but
there was a thing that I saw Glum and Danny working on, because they noticed a spike one night where there was just a shit ton of runs extremely suddenly. Yep. Where it was normal baseball, bam, out of nowhere. And so
Yeah, like day 160 something. Yeah, 168. It looks like the number of home runs just exploded.
That's so
So
funny.
our problem is our pitching again. The update made some of my pitchers better and made some of them worse, and the ones that it made worse were not good already.
Leon Johnson and
in fact
McBaseball
made
Corin.
McBaseball Corhonen, who at one point, I don't know if this is still true, but at one point I was told was the second worst pitcher in the entire game. Yeah, I feel pretty accomplished with that. If we get executions back, he will be the first on the block. And my closer as well, who was like my star pitcher last season, one of the strongest closers, if not pitchers, in the league, is now sitting at a 6.52 ERA with a 217 WHIP, almost 15 hits per 9. Not
You hate
good.
to see it. You hate to see it.
Oh.
But on the other hand, I gave Bus Boone like 1 or 2 stamina boosts, and he's now my best pitcher. He's now actually, sorry if you hear any quacking, my cat brought his mechanical ducky out here.
Hell yeah, that's allowed.
He can do what he wants.
That's sports.
Yeah, it's true.
He's the mascot for the Archers. His name is Archer. He can do what he wants.
But he's actually showing why I pay him the big bucks now. ERA of 3.79, WHIP of 1.25, and
nice.
A base on balls per 9 of 2.87.
Outstanding. So you're on. You have faith that the next season of Anteaters baseball, you were 1 year from being 1 year away, and now you're 1 year away. Next season. What do you feel going into season 3? Do you feel like you got it?
I think that it's going to take some work, but I think that we can get it.
Gotcha.
I think that some of our players had a bad season. I think Rex Azawa can turn around. A couple of pitchers need to be replaced. I've been trying to swap between relief and starting pitchers. If I could get Kai Kanaiwan into a starting role, I would much prefer that over Stanley Willis. But 3 of my starting pitchers are okay to good. I think that we can turn it around.
Can I show you a graph that might mentally harm you?
Yes.
I'm pulling up right now your win-loss. And I feel like it is important to show. I know that I will be facing this same demon in a moment. This is
so you can see where the first update happened.
Very funny.
Yeah, we did pretty bad. We pulled it back a little bit, but at one point we were at a -20 win-loss differential.
Christ. Yep. And listen, I'm gonna look just as bad when I pull up the Bandits, because we played like dog shit, worse than we ever have. But first, I'm gonna kind of walk over to Timewarp. You, as somebody who was number 1, our winner here last season, here to give credence and credit to this program. How'd it go?
It went well. I didn't do amazing this season. This season, the Liberty League was truly dominated by the Yachets Highbreakers, who are 79-41. End of the season. Yeah. They were great to play against. But yeah, fortunately, even with the updates, my team mostly still has pretty good bones. The pitcher I got from the Scooter Dodgers, Yolo Jefferson, you may have heard me threaten to kill them before.
Yep.
That remains in place. Just clearly worse ERA on my team. Starting pitcher number 2. Only pitcher. Let's look at the win-loss records of my other pitchers, which is like a fake stat, but it is relevant. Paul Roman, 15 wins, 7 losses. Ellen Travis, 10 wins, 8 losses. Kid Wilkins, 13-7. Wesley Clausen, 12-7. Yolo Jefferson, 6-12. This guy loses twice as much as he wins.
Oh my God.
Disastrous hits, pretty bad whip. I think it's all pretty much from the hits. Fortunately, my offense is still producing, and I just lucked into having a good order. All of my good batters are just kind of in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I have 3 chumps at the end who sometimes get stuff done.
Yeah, and for absolutely what it's worth, we've been showing off these graphs a lot today, but like the win-loss here, like you just kept a positive record.
Yeah, you can see where we started to crash out because of some of the updates, but I think we built up enough earlier that
you're able to keep alive, which is good. I'm happy for you.
I'm so excited for 3 seasons from now. The River Thieves, they're gonna have a graph that looks like my season 1 graph.
Yeah,
where we're just kind of zooming up.
Let's walk you through the Davenport team really quickly. So usually I can stay above 50, and I'm like pretty thrilled about that, and that's a thing that I really enjoy. This year was a little bit different. We tried out some new things, and I'm just gonna kind of first just put the graph on screen and let that speak for itself. And it was just, it did not play well for Riley. It went bad.
The brief moment of hope in there.
I know that. Imagine how that felt for me.
Yeah.
Now I know how that feels.
Yeah.
I was like, we have this. Psychically continues to be like a huge league. There's so much happening. It is competitive up until the end. The Fredericton Fast Bears won 64-44 above Detroit Real Horses 74-46. Like, it was close the entire time, which is nice. It means we have a lot of options to go from, but Davenport, the River Bandits, 53-67, run differential of -14. We got our ass beat really bad, and I've been trying to figure out what it is that is keeping us down. Our batting is fine. Like, our batting, I think, is fine. It continues to be a pitching problem. Every single one of my times, every single time I get a update, a augment, I put it to pitching. I'm always like 3 random pitchers plus 30 whatever. Please. And I think I need to start working as a scalpel instead of a big hammer, because whatever I'm doing just isn't working. Everyone's still bad. It's still no one's under 3 outside of my closer, and that's because I've never been in a close enough game where my closer comes out. The closer only pitched 28 innings the entire season. Everything else is just like, what if we failed? Now, if I compare us against our season 1 stats, which I'm doing right now, like, it just doesn't feel like there's any major difference here. I mean, here's the thing. There is.
Yeah.
Season 1, everyone was in the 5s and the 4s. It was rough. Now, everyone's in the 4s and the 3s, except for Loopy Frick, who's still dog shit and has always been dog shit and always will be dog shit. He's nothing.
I think you actually pulled up the stats for the record for the audience.
Oh, yes. I don't think I forgot I didn't have them. Look, pop, wink. Thank you. Like, it's just brutal out here, and I want to win so bad. And I think what I need to do is just start surgically approaching my pitchers with the plus 50 augments and start working through them. Now, Emma,
Yes.
I know you were hanging out this week. Do you have anything you want to say about your Burbank Money Crabs? Do you know how they did?
Yeah. So the Burbank Money Crabs, as a standard the last couple of seasons, are really dog shit at the beginning. They've got really bad opening season jitters, and then they tend to really kick it into high gear that first weekend. And they started this pattern this year. And then the update got pushed while I was in the woods. And every day the Money Crabs started to fall from grace. And we finished beautifully mid, which I'll take. Something feels right about that. We finished 60-60.
Uh-huh.
An absolutely beautiful mid with a positive 21 run differential. But my players are all quite mid as well. The pitching has been interesting to watch because it did kind of flip around. So November Clemens, who was my worst pitcher last season, who I wanted to beat to death with hammers, is now my best pitcher.
We'll take that.
With a 3.1. So we can get better. My closer.
Oh, God.
I need to kill him. Leo Voigt was a great closer. I don't know what happened.
Take hammer and fix
Shaking
it.
your hand.
Oh, my God.
There was a point in time during the season where his ERA was like 12.
Oh my good God.
We've gotten
That's
it down.
probably just he didn't get brought out that often, but damn.
No, that was after multiple games, boss.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
We've gotten it down to 6. If you look at his
Okay.
wins and losses, he has 0 wins and 5 losses.
Which
is not great
that
for
is
a
because
closer.
closers don't get counted for wins, basically. But yeah, it's
Not all.
not good. Not
It's
good.
not good. It's not a good time.
Yeah. that's
His whip is 1.69.
nice.
Nice.
Sadly.
Nice.
Yeah, he's not good. November Clemens is really taken off. I'm proud of her. She's doing all right. But I need to start fixing I've been putting a lot into my pitchers. I also have to look into my batters. They're not like bad, but they could be better is really what it is.
Yeah.
Like my entire lineup is mid is the best
Yep.
way to describe them. What's interesting about the money crabs is that despite not having great batting averages, a lot of them have like some killer ops.
Yeah.
So if they can hit ball good. But I gotta get them to hit ball.
They have to hit.
I really gotta get them to hit ball is the thing.
And so,
Uh,
do we know, like, I know last time we did this conversation, we didn't know what attributes meant. People seem
Mhm.
more confident this season, and I don't know if that means that they figured out the answer or they're more confident in saying what they
I
say.
think they're just more confident.
Yeah.
I think
it's
they're just more
mostly-
confident.
Yeah.
Valid.
Like I've got some sluggers who really love to hit homers. Dion, Frank, and Ralph Tamura with 26 and 25 home runs.
Mhm.
I'm proud of them. I think what's also interesting about the Money Crabs is that we were really strong in the defense department. Like, I picked my players for
Yeah.
defense,
Yeah,
but I think something about the updates
has altered this.
has fucked them because they are giving up
Run after
so
run.
many more runs. It didn't matter last season that my pitchers were dog shit because my defense was so on it and our rate of errors was so low and my players could catch anything that came towards them.
And now
That is not the case anymore.
Yep. It's that, it's been a hot 2 weeks. The temperature's been high. Everyone's kind of baking out there. It's just they can't
Mhm.
focus on catching that ball when they're too busy sweating. It's brutal. It's brutal.
They gotta get used to it. It's Burbank. They're used to the desert.
This next season hopefully will be a kind of equalization. We will know where our teams stand as we move forward. And hopefully the different trade ups we're going to make to our greater leagues, the augments that I think the next season has next season, I believe there is the deactivated teams. So we'll be removing some teams that don't have players. Like, they're not going to be deleted as far as I understand. They will just be brought back and like I kind of put on ice until they log back in. And then
I think that's a good way to do it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, here is a question. Is there, like, say somebody joins now. Do we know any new players to MMOLB? Like, what do we have for, like, how do new players as of, like, this week work against the older players now? Is there a catch-up system in that, like, you would like to see or you think that is needed or anything like that as far as, like, newer, lesser league groups?
I think the catch-up system is one, the enchanted items.
Mhm.
Enchanted items not as good as they used to be. Danny very understandably nerfed them.
That's right. We didn't even talk about that. The Grand Enchanted Item end.
Mhm.
Yeah. So enchanted items, formerly a plus 100 bonus to whatever stat it was for. Now the most it can be is plus 20, which is still good. Like, plus 100 was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason for that, actually, for one of the sim changes, I forgot this was all season 2. Because Danny had plus 100 on these stats, and then like people were polling statistics in the Stat Talk channel, and Danny had come into like the back end chat was like, I think 2 of my stats aren't working because I can see these huge outliers. I think 2 stats just aren't doing anything, and like went in and fixed it. And that was the first update. It's like turn on those stats. I can't remember what you never said what they were, but then like because of that, then the items effect was huge, and like it's like, oh, he was acting out for something so small, and so then it's like, all right, well, I gotta bring the items the fuck down, and that all ended up. I think that was all the right decision, just very funny.
Yeah.
But I think the catch-up mechanic is the new items, and especially last season's I keep saying year, even though
I know I do the same thing.
I do the
same thing.
Listen, we're immersed.
Exactly.
We're shaping the culture. We get to say year. That hey everyone, we're calling them years.
Because also we can't say last week because the seasons are 2 weeks.
Exactly.
You can say last fortnight, but I'm not going to say that.
Last battle pass.
Last Fortnite season went crazy. Adding Squid Game.
Last season's proclamation of the winning team gets 1 enchanted item, losing team gets 2. That I think is a good catch-up mechanic. Additionally, I kind of think that your ultimate catch-up mechanic is the very unfair one of draft good players. Just be lucky. Because right now, if you don't draft good players, you don't really have a shot. If you get all, need promising traits but needs improvement, delete your account. Try again.
Yeah, fair.
Delete your account. You're not wrong. I know that I've heard rumblings of a catch-up mechanic, and I don't know exactly what it's going to be, obviously. But like what I would love to see is something to the effect of like, again, I've said this multiple times, I want to mine people's durability to make them better players for less time. I want to burn twice as bright, half as long. I should be able to frack my closing pitcher. If I can't kill
now
them,
tell me how do you frack a person?
I'm gonna get a big drill and I'm gonna put it on their back, and it's called the Alea Manana system. they're gonna go. They're gonna go. And they're gonna play better. And they'll die.
The environment will never recover.
At 25, it's fine. That's what I would like to see, is just the ability to like rip into players to get me further. Because then if they get sent to the Greater League, well, yeah, they're a big star, but for how long? You can't keep playing that explosively.
It's the Mets 35-year or whatever Bobby Bonilla contract.
Exactly. It would be
crazy. Still making money off that.
It'd be crazy if the first time a player hit 0 durability, they didn't die. They just started playing fucking terribly. If they're like, yeah, we got this big hot shot for the lesser leagues. Oh, it's great. Oh no. Oh no.
Well, I think it would be fascinating if durability basically creates a DL for the players, and we have to start bringing in substitutes for a season. Like a player is out of commission for a season, they have to rest, they got to do some physical therapy.
I know injuries are on the docket.
Ooh,
that just made me realize that much like we were discussing the kind of potential big player death wave of the durability timer.
Be awesome.
There's a point where theoretically a few seasons from now, somebody that you're calling up from the lesser leagues might have 1 season.
True.
Yeah.
I would be very interested in what that looks like. Very interested in. I'm excited for when durability first runs out. That's gonna be the thing that's really gonna dial me in. I know that there is.
How far are people now?
What? How far are people down?
How far under are people now?
I think you were pretty far off from.
Okay.
Yeah, there's still
Anyway,
plenty of time.
I think it's
Yeah.
5 per season, roughly.
Yeah, it's like 1/6 of the way done, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say less, but yeah, it's there's still plenty of space to go unless something changes, and we might just be establishing.
And there's
"Oh,
also
something's gonna
nothing
change."
saying that, like, if we get injuries sooner rather than later, that's going to deplete durability faster.
Yeah.
Surely. I
There is
honestly
going to be
being
something that starts speeding it up for
the
certain
crowds
players.
might start eating durability.
I
Like
would
throw
Yeah.
batteries at your
love
players,
Yeah,
break
throw
their
shit at
bones.
them. Peanuts.
Yeah, I'm very excited for where this all goes. I know the Seers are, for their proclamation, going to be switching over our SP4, and getting rid of one of our many dog shit pitchers for a good one. And so it's hopefully through the magic of fixing pitching, we're gonna get there. But do any of y'all
One can hope.
Do any of y'all have any idea where your greater leagues are looking for player swaps?
I believe that we're swapping our shortstop Lucy DeGroot for the hang on, how do I say the name of this team?
Ooh, remind me to ask about
The
names.
Chiguanas burning oil candles.
Hell yeah. Burning oil?
Their shortstop, their shortstop Gaia Gillespie.
Okay.
Fewer errors, better batting average. It's a pretty clean swap. We were also looking at one of the pitchers. I'm not sure which one, but I think that our pitching lineup is actually fairly okay right now.
Guy
we have gaps in
Gillespie's
our
a
batting.
great name. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Scooter Dodgers? Bugs?
I believe our consensus is that we're calling up Lindworm Ishii, starting pitcher for the Yachats Highbreakers, to swap out for D. Canales, who is starting pitcher number 1 for the Scooter Dodgers and is just a mess. I'm of the opinion that after maybe one more pitcher, I know we have some pretty terrible pitchers, so maybe we need to do maybe 1 or 2 more pitcher swaps after this. But we need to start fixing our offense. We still have some players who cannot produce runs to save their lives. But I think right now, switching in a pitcher is going to be probably pretty solid.
Emma, you got any idea? I know you've been out.
So from what I'm seeing, it seems like we're going for the herb strategy in the bugs, which is to say swapping Lima-san for Rosemary Frazier.
The herb strategy. Oh, the Sherlock Homers again. Great name. Hey, the Sherlock
It's
Homers
really
have a player,
good.
RP1, the Pierce. That's awesome. That's a great.
Yeah, the Sherlock Homers had a crazy season, and
Whoa.
I can't. Don't quote me on this, but are the Sherlock Homers a new team? Because
No,
okay,
they were in the Maple League prior to.
Oh, so
there we go. 'Cause I was gonna say
Oh.
I don't remember seeing them last season.
they became.
Yeah, I remember
bugs.
seeing them when I was in the Maple League in season 0.
Okay, so they're a new addition to Coleoptera, and came in and just absolutely demolished.
Can I ask how you feel about that? I know some people are talking about, like, you can only change your team in the first half of a season, and some people are like, well, what if I take my mid team and go to a bad division and win that? Won't that feel bad? And as somebody who's now had that happen here, and you're not bad division, you're the bugs, but like, how does it? Do you feel good in your heart still?
I respect it. I think it was a fine strategy move. Also, Sherlock Homers is a really funny name, so they get a pass for me. I think if it was a bad team name, I would be more salty about it, but Sherlock Homers is really fucking good, and that is the fucking Sherlock-ass strategy to use, so...
Absolutely. I am I've submitted 2 more names this
Nice.
year. First name is first name and last name is last name. So
Awesome.
excited.
Doing that for Marn specifically. We can get a Marn last name.
I was thinking about just submitting that, but I was like, first name, last name. But I saw.
Now, I do kind of want to jump on the Patreon just for a month, even though I don't have a job, in order to submit last name, first name, and first name, last name.
I also. Oh, we didn't even talk about bulks. Bulks are here.
That's true. Bulks are here.
Bulks.
Anyone actually see one?
Yes, the fucking Princess Val, the person we brought up on the Sears, our highly contested, highly disliked choice by outsiders who did not like us replacing Gabriel Morse for Princess Bulk. She bulked. She dropped the fucking ball twice.
Oh no.
It pissed me off. And let me say, Gabriel Morse now playing badly in the lesser leagues, so we made the right decision. But
And Princess Val does seem to be doing quite solid all across the board.
yes, she continues to
Listen,
be...
it's a rookie move. It happens sometimes.
I know.
In the
it's
big leagues now, you got the jitters.
It happens.
Yeah.
It absolutely happens. It's just one of those things that I looked at and I was like, what do you mean she dropped the fucking ball? I'll kill you. What?
While we are still talking about Lesser League call-ups, I just want to quickly shout out the guy I'm assuming that the Atlanta Tree Frogs are going to call up.
Mm-hmm.
George Maeda, right fielder for the Zealandia Avian Archive Roosters, who is the best player in the Lesser League on batting average, slugging, and OPS.
Jesus Christ. And what team is that? Are they going to?
That's going to the Atlanta Tree Frogs.
I don't want Atlanta.
I believe
better.
they've called him Runs George.
I don't want that. They're in my division. Oh, God. And then, so looking now as our final thing here before we wrap, I'm looking down towards the Durhamshire Badgers, the Roswell Weather Balloons. Those are new names on the dead bottom, right? Like, didn't both those guys, weren't they in contention before and are now down in the dog shit town? Same with Seattle Shine. Like, they're having a rough one. Like, is there any hope?
Yes.
There's always hope.
There's always hope.
There's always hope. And, like, this season, the sim was swingy. Roswell Weather Balloons and Durhamshire Badgers, I'm confident, like, one good player swap could pull them into contention for the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure about Washington baseball team and Anaheim Angels, I'm going to be honest.
Washington baseball team went
Seattle
on a tear
Shine
top of this year. You have to remember, Washington baseball team to open the season was going crazy.
RIP to the Washington baseball team.
They were pulling up their fucking thing right now. There was a moment where they had not only a positive record, but were number one in the close.
They played well.
Listen, it happens. Money Crabs were in the top 5 again at one point, and now we aren't.
I have a screenshot of the single day that the Wallingford Multiple Anteaters were number 1.
Oh.
Hold on, I want to see real quick. I know the Money Crabs are not the only team to finish with a beautifully mid-season. I want to see how many of us there were.
How many perfectly 60 teams?
There were
there are a lot
60
of
to 60
60.
teams. And yeah, there were 60 to 60 teams.
In your
The
league?
Love Lady Fanfiction Readers, the Raleigh Subterranean Sonar Rockets,
Great.
Money Crabs right in the middle, Montrouge Moss Balls, the Everett Fun OK Pops, the Fox Chapel Prayer Animals. Those are our beautifully mid teams in Coleoptera.
Across the Lesser League, I do need to shout out the Chairman, Melbourne Abyssal Eldritch Kangaroos, and the Leroy Pretty Cool Team, who all had 60 to 60 records and 0 run differential.
Damn. Perfect.
Oh, you know what? Looking at Coleoptera, it also looks like some of our newer teams that joined this season were doing kind of okay.
Hell yeah.
Because we have some up there, because of course it weighs them by the win differential. So we've got the Durham Diamonds Bite Kobold with 42 to 45.
Ooh.
I think that is the highest up of our new teams.
Oh, In the chat,
hey,
my
not the
team was
worst.
mid. The Stockholm Steam Trains Tornado League 59 and 61. Not perfectly mid though. Still.
Not perfectly mid.
While
Oh,
we're shouting out other lesser league
Yeah.
teams, I'm not going to shout out anyone particularly good, but two teams that are significant to us here in Wallingford. Two O'Fallon teams, actually. The O'Fallon Tough Lucks and the O'Fallon Abyssal Foxes. The Abyssal Foxes we actually faced like 13 times or something. Are true rivals. And the O'Fallon Tough Lucks we also faced a ton. I believe they did not finish last. They were last for a while, but they did finish third to last in the end. I believe that both of you will get it next year. The Foxes actually got up to an almost even record, 59-61.
Oh, speaking of the Foxes, how are the Fox Blasters? How's my friend Theo's bad team doing? I'm gonna take a moment to blow up his entire fucking spot. The Durham Fox
I think
Blasters
he's,
in the Isosceles League.
I think he's driving them all to a farm upstate.
Yeah, the Foxes. Theo, hi chat. You may not have all the details for this, but I'm gonna blow up Theo's spot live on air. Theo was in the Isosceles League with another Fox themed team and was like, "We're gonna be rivals," and continued to get the shit kicked out of him every day for his entire life. Every time it was like almost a perfect win-loss record with L's on his side. Here's a crazy graph, actually. Theo, thank you for you're not here. You haven't seen this yet. You'll be mad later. Here's the win-loss record here. So you can see pretty negative. But then when you come down to run differentials, how this is one of those things that don't make a lick of sense. You did
Most robbed team.
You did well in scoring. You did bad at winning.
Oh boy. I'm just now seeing the graph on the stream.
It's fucking absurdity. It's clown shoes.
My favorite thing is that it's kind of the like little peaks where you're not quite losing do line up with where the run diff dips into the zeros. So how'd you do that?
It's an anomaly of a team. Oh,
What a blessing.
Thank you three so much for joining me here again for another wonderful episode of Round the Bases. It is, as always, a joy to watch simulated baseball with not only you three, but you, the listener. Thank you for joining us, and we will be back probably at our regular time of Friday nights, or every other Friday. Tell your friends, stop by.
We will be for the next one, but for the one after that, I'm gonna be seeing the Savannah Bananas play, baby.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, keep an eye on the Moonshot Blue Sky account for our updates or the FanWorks channel of the MMOLB server. That is where you'll find where our next episodes will land. And if you if you're talking to a friend, they're like, "Oh, dang, I missed it." They can go to YouTube. They go to moonshotpods.com/YouTube to get to our YouTube page where the VOD will be stored. But that's all I got for now. It's fucking early. I'm sleepy. I'm gonna continue to fill up my pot of coffee. Is anyone got anything else before we cut it here for the evening? For the morning.
For anyone else? Okay, there we go.
Check out my tabletop games at weeditthetimewarpagain.itch.io. Just quick self plug.
Absolutely. And Camilla, Emma, you got self plugs?
Yeah, follow me at crabmoney.biskybutt.social.